Hello, people of the internet. My name is Nick from Mostly Magic, and before I begin this video, I'm going to give a few updates. You know, kind of the same in my last video. Just kind of a little bit of a feature plan here. If I ever hit 50 subscribers, this foil star field of Nyx is going to be given away to a random subscriber. And if I ever hit 100, then I'm going to give away this playmat. And if I ever hit 200, the Sheldon playmat in my other backpack, I will give that away. So, I thought I'd let you guys know that, because I'm going to profile something really fucking stupid and really trolly that I built. I got the inspiration from Rogue Deck Builder and his F&M spotlight of Jund Aristocrats. I'll leave a link to the original video in the description, that way you guys can go see it and see what I'm talking about. And so I kind of just took his idea and built this. It's really fucking trolly. I spent the last few hours playing it on cockatrice and kind of like a gauntlet, and it was a 4-round gauntlet with Black White Eldrazi, Bant Company. What else was in it? Shit. Played against the Black Green Aristocrats that topped the Pro Tour, and Red Green Goggles. And at 3-1, the only deck I lost to was the Black White Eldrazi, because he kind of got really lucky with the Kalitas Language play, but I'll try and get those gameplay. I'm going to try and get that gameplay up for you guys. That way you can see how this deck actually works and how it performs against the meta. But then again, an F&M is not really the meta, so we're just going to run through this deck. 60 cards, obviously, but I do play the 4 Evolving Routes. 56 better than 60, obviously, so you might as well play it. 4 Llanowar Waste, because I don't have any of the red-green duels. 3 Quagmire. Perfect number for this deck. The fact that it can become a creature in the late game is relevant, so... And it has Death Touch too, so 2 Unknown Shores to make red mana when you can't get access to it, and then the 1 Blighted Fen because making your opponent sack Gormandal is trolly, because I did that to someone. And then 4 Swamps, 3 Forests, and 3 Mountains. That way you have access to red when you need it, and access to the other colors. Because this is predominantly black-green with a splash of red for just really good removal, and a really trolly sideboard card, which I'll show you guys, because, you know... I'm an asshole, and I like trolling meta. So, 24 land. It's a little land heavier, but because this is Jund, you need to be able to play all your cards. You're essentially just a card advantage deck that does really unfair things. So, 4 Blister Pod, because 1 drop, and it can make a Scion. 4 Carrier Throw. The sub thing with this deck is being very colorless, so that your opponent's targeted removal becomes pointless against a bunch of colorless creatures, like Ultimate Price, because that card's pretty prevalent right now. 4 Carrier Throw, Scion. 4 Hangerback Walker. This is probably the best creature in the deck next to Zulaport, but making a bunch of Thopters and just getting in the air wins you the game so easily that play 4, and it's cheap. And then 4 Cutthroat because it's Cutthroat. On to the other creatures. I'm playing 4 Catacomb Sifter because this provides 3 power to the board, and it lets you scry whenever something dies. 2 Nantukos because it is the worst card in the deck. It's literal hell to draw. Like, if you draw this and no other sack outlets, you lose. And if you draw sack outlets and not this, you lose. But again, it's the worst card in the deck. I sided out a lot. If I didn't have to play it, I wouldn't. I've tried Nantuko list builds where, like, you have 0 Nantuko main deck and you sideboard 4 of them. But, like, there's no point in doing that, so... 3 Abomination. 4 has been too inconsistent multiple times in the past, so I haven't even bothered. Good card advantage. Flyer. And then 2 Blazing Hellhound. For those of you who have no idea what this card does, I don't blame you, because this card was terrible and limited, but it's a standard powerhouse. 4-3 for 2 black-red. You pay 1 and sack another creature to have this deal a damage to our creature or player. So essentially what this is it's the Ailey of red, where you just throw your tokens at your opponent's face, and it doubles up. So essentially, if you have like a Cutthroat and like an Eldrazi Scion, you can, and you have like a land, you can tap the land, sack the Scion, deal a damage to their face with this, and drain them. So they make them lose 2 life per token. And in the late game, when you have a million mana to spend on whatever the fuck you want, you just start throwing tokens at your opponent. So, and it's the easiest card to side out. So that does it for creatures. 27, I believe. For the removal spells, 2 Fiery Impulse, kill small things. This can kill your own stuff, relevancy. 2 Ultimate Price, because I like killing Kalitas. And then I'm playing 2 Pulse Marasa in the main deck. It can return any creature or land from your grave back to the battlefield, and or to your hand, and you gain 6 life. So you can buy back your Evolving Wilds to thin your deck even more, and then you can buy back any of the 27 creatures that I just went through with this card. Sure, it's a 3-drop, but you don't really care that much, so... And then last card in the main deck, 3 copies of Bone Splinters, because why would you not play Bone Splinters? It kills anything you want for a black and a creature. And you're playing an Aristocrats deck, so you don't give a fuck about sacking a creature. So that will do it for the main deck, 60 cards. I went through that rather fast, but I've done the Aristocrats deck so much on my channel that most of you already know what these cards do, and, like, they're all self-explanatory. Like, I essentially just changed white for red. I'm doing a bit of experimentation with the black-green shell, playing every other color. Red, white, and blue. I already did Assault Aristocrats, but that failed miserably. So I'm going to run through the board. The board is 2 Caustic Caterpillar. Hold on a moment. Oh, sorry about that. But yeah, 2 Caustic Caterpillar. This can blow up really annoying things. Like, it can blow up Stasis Snares. It can blow up Brain in a Jars, because a bunch of assholes at my shop play the Brain in a Jar deck, and you side the sin against them and you make them cry. It's also really good against random stuff too. Like, you can randomly just blow up like Hangerback Walkers and stuff. Like, you can blow up your own Hangerback Walker if you have to with this card, so. And then 2 Fleshback Marauder. This isn't out to Ulamog, because fuck that guy. And, like, this is really good against the Kalitas decks, because they usually only have Kalitas for 1 creature. So, like, you play this, you give them a zombie, but then Kalitas is gone forever, and you can outrace a zombie, no problem, so. That does it for creatures in the sideboard. 1 complete disregard. The mirror match, honestly. Because, like, you hit the Cutthroat, but if they have Husk, it doesn't matter, you just target the Husk, and then they sack and it fizzles, but in the mirror match, you can use this. And it also hits Kalitas, because when they sack and they have the trigger on the stack, you can just complete disregard it, so it's another out to Kalitas. 3 Duress, Control. 2 Infinite Obliteration, because it's a really good card. I want to mainboard it. It was either this or Pulse of Marasa, and I thought Pulse was better. But I will do some experimentation. I've always liked Pulse right now. And then this is the trolliest card in the sideboard. 4 copies of Active Treason. Like, this card is dumb in this deck. Like, I almost want to mainboard it, but again, I feel like the Pulse and the Ultimate prices are better right now. But in a matchup like Esper Dragons, where your removal sucks, you sideboard in, like, 4 of these, and then you just take their shit. And, like, you sack it to Nantuko Husk. It's really stupid. These are the cons of Tarkir artwork, but it is an Origin, so you can play in Standard. You can sideboard this in against Ramp. You can sideboard it in against Eldrazi too, because you can take their Ormondal, you can take their Displacer, you can make Colorless Mana so easily, so you can start displacing their shit. It's a really stupid card, and it's really amazing in this deck. So I play 4 of it. When you sideboard it in, you usually sideboard in 4. That way you can see it, but you can brick multiple copies in your hand with no red sources. But eventually, because this deck is so slow, and the format is pretty slow in general, you can easily get to 4 or 3 mana and a red source to play it. And then the last card is Evolutionary Leap, because I like card advantage and I don't like control decks. So anyway, guys, that is it for the Jund Aristocrats deck for Standard. Let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think. Should I play this or Abzan? What other random cards do you have that I should play in this deck? I considered Thopter Engineer, I considered Flare Drone, I considered Nissa Vastwood Seer. And the 2 main reasons I didn't play those cards is because 1, I didn't have them, and 2, they didn't really synergize with the deck. Flare Drone was amazing. It's just the fact that I couldn't find 4 in my box of commons, so I'm not going to bother. If I buy them at FNM, maybe, but anyway, guys, this is Nick from Wrestling Magic. Go check out Rogue Deck Builder's videos. He's an awesome guy. He does really great Magic content. Go watch his shit. I'll see you guys in the next video. MCM signing out.